G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. On this video, we're going to get stuck into the XE Falcon ute. So it's been good to have a bit of a break, whilst I was moving shops and do a few little different videos, working on the VS ute, working on the VN, doing some other jobs and projects and things like that. But now it is time to get back into the serious stuff and do what this shed is for, which is restoring cars, fixing cars, painting cars, all that good stuff. So if you've been around from the beginning, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're new here and you've just clicked on this video for the first time, I do restoration work, fix cars, build cars, all the good stuff that we like watching. So this will be the first full resto that I'm going to be doing on the channel. Everything has sort of been, already had the ball rolling. This is from the start, so I'm keen to rip into it and get it cracking. So I'm going to try and give some little tips and hints and tricks and all the good stuff along the way, and go into a bit of detail on what what tools I'm using, products, all that stuff. Just go into a bit more depth, so you guys know what I'm using and what I'm doing and how I'm using it and all that kind of stuff. So let's rip straight in, have a look at the ute, and we'll have a quick little chat, and then we're going to get stuck into working on it. Alright, so I have started on the ute. As you can see, I've got it roughly masked up and basically ready for plastic to be put over it so I can get that into epoxy. So going by the colour of that quarter panel, as you can see, the blue tinges and all that kind of thing. I've gone over it with the anti-ox product to clean the steel up, clean all the surface rust off it, any oils, contaminants, any of that stuff. Once I pull plastic over it, I will be going over it again, and I'll probably whip over it quickly with a strip wheel just to make sure everything's nice and clean, and then get it epoxied, because once I clean the metal up, I like to leave it no longer than half an hour, and you've got to get epoxy on it. That's how I've always done it. I don't like letting it sit for too long before you seal it up. Otherwise, you're sort of defeating the purpose, and you've got to go ahead and do it again. So, well, at least that's what I'd recommend doing anyway. So, I have started on it. So, I'm going to get some plastic over it and get some epoxy on it. So, we'll do all that. Then that's basically this whole side of the ute done. And then we'll probably move on to doing the roof, and then I'll work my way over the car. I'll show you the other side of the ute. It is pretty rusty, so it's going to need a fair bit of cleaning. So I'll show you how I do that, and we'll get it sorted. So let's get into it. All right, so we're all masked up. ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it one last clean before I put the epoxy on it. So I'll get that mixed up and we'll do that. Then we'll be able to get it sealed up. Let's get into it. All right, so now that's ready to go. I'm going to mix up some antiox just to clean it again. So I'm going to mix it up as per the instructions on the bottle for medium to light rust. Now you can mix it up for metal conditioning, but I've always just done it as the medium to light rust just to make sure just to double down on it. So what I'm going to do is, so I've got a mixing cup. So it's got 10:1 on there. This is what I generally do. So you can see the instructions there. So medium to light rust on steel, dilute antiox 1 to 10. Brush on, swab on surface, or with a saturated rag. Allow 10 to 15 minutes for reaction and remove the excess with clean water on damp rags. So that's what we're going to do. So pretty straightforward stuff. So we'll get it mixed up. We'll get it on the ute. Then while we wait, we'll mix up the epoxy. So I'm just using the hammer epoxy, and we'll keep cracking along. All right, so we've got the cup. 10:1. So I'm going to go to the A with water because that's the 10 parts of water, and then we'll go up to the B with the antiox. So just got a bit of water here. Up to the A, like so. Boom. All right. Give that a little mix up. And now we'll get that on that, let it sit for the 10-15 minutes, probably leave it at 15 minutes, and then we'll neutralise it and we'll be able to get the epoxy on. All right, so I thought I'd bring you in nice and close so you can see what I'm doing. So first things first, phosphoric acid, gloves on, safety glasses, don't muck around. You know, don't go going blind because you're too lazy to put a pair of goggles on. So what I'm going to do is, I've got the antiox mixed up. I'm going to put this rag in there, wipe it on the panel. We're going to let it sit for 15 minutes, and then we're going to come back and neutralise it, clean the residue off, and get into it. So let's get this on and get it doing its thing. So I'm just dunking the rag in there like that. Pretty well soaked up, a lot of it. I don't want to put it on so it's running all over the joint. You don't need to. So once that rag is damp, that's all you want to do. Wipe it on like that. So the panel's wet, but you know, it's not dripping all over the joint. Just like that. Make sure you get all your edges. Really roll it. Alright. Get the back of it here. Probably wouldn't hurt to wear a mask, or you know, if you're going to do it, have your shed door up a little bit, but I've got everything shut because I don't want shit blowing in, but she's tangy on the nose. I'll give you that. This shit's fucking. It stinks. All right. So that's all on there. So what we'll do is we'll leave it 15 minutes, come back, damp rag, and remove all the excess. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there was some pitting here and it's gone black, so I'll end up digging that out with a wire wheel, and I'll probably put a little bit on there just to further clean that up. But we'll leave it 15 and come back and take a look at it. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes, so it's time to get it off. So you can tell there, I mean, it's sort of got like a white haze over it, which is just the phosphoric acid just putting a bit of a coating on it. So we'll get the damp rag, get that off, and we'll be ready to go. So we'll flick the compressor on, get that pumped up now. I'm actually going to do a review on this compressor. I've been asked to do one, and I thought I'll put it through its paces a little bit before I actually do a video on it. Just to let you guys know what I reckon of it. So anyway, we'll pump that up. And what I've also got is a pump bottle with straight metho in it. So once I wipe it all down, I'm going to hit it with some metho as well, just to help evaporate that water and get it clean, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, so rag out of the water, wring it out a bit. I'll basically wring it out till there's nothing dripping out of it. That's damp to me, so wipe over that. Not too worried about right down the bottom there, because it's got some rust that we're going to have to cut out, make a section up and weld it in. So make sure you're pretty thorough with this. Because you know, obviously if you don't neutralise it and you leave that acid on there, it's just going to keep doing its job and it's just going to keep eating. So, and then you're going to go ahead and put paint on it, and no bueno. So, metho. So wipe over it first with a dry rag, just get the majority of it off. Probably should be wearing gloves here, but I'll put them on. Like so. Get the air blower. done. Alright, so that's all there is to it. Now we're ready to put epoxy on it, so we'll get it mixed up, put it in the gun, and get it sealed up. Alright, so epoxy's mixed up in the gun, just using the old trusty DeWilbur's primer gun that I've had for about 20 years. Still does the job. Apologies for the wind noise, I can't help it today, it's windy as fuck here, so what I'm going to do is just low pressure, put 2 nice coats on this, and then we're good to rock and roll. Let's get into it. Alright, so that's 1 coat on. I'll let that sit for 5 minutes or so, and then I'll put another one on it and we'll be done. So yeah, I'll cut you back on then. Alright, so I've got 2 coats of epoxy on it. She's all sealed up. So that's this whole side of the ute done. So now I'm going to start on the roof, work my way over the other side of the car. I won't do that until this epoxy's dried, so I'll let this sit for a day or whatever and let it cure up and do its thing. But yeah, at least now it really highlights everything that's wrong with that quarter. I was getting all the dents out the best I could and everything like that, but you know, it was pretty bad, so it's fairly good now. So the rest I'll probably just get with filler and we'll just keep moving along with it. Alright guys, so it's probably gonna end this video here. I'm about to start on working my way over the roof and doing the other side of the ute. I just thought I'd make this video so if you're about to start a project at home and you're a bit unsure of how to start it and how to go about it, hopefully this gives you a bit of knowledge to you know, have the confidence to get in and have a crack. So yeah, I think that's about it. So I'll stop rambling and I'll see you in the next one when we continue working on the ute, stripping all the rest of the paint off, doing the other side, and we get into some rust repairs that we all love doing. So till the next one, I'll see you then. Have a good one.